The signing of the communique between the three states witnessed by the High Representative, the AU High Representative for Infrastructure Development of the continent. The three governments are represented here. This is your chance to ask questions so that we can continue with the rest of the program. Karibuni sana.
Okay, maybe
See how orderly you are.
Yeah.
So,
okay. In brief, maybe you can tell us regarding. Okay, I'm sorry. So, yeah, my name is Anton from Daily Nation. Maybe you can tell us the brief about the project and the issue of timelines and funding, maybe in general.
and your question is directed at the AU High Representative?
Yes.
Thank you very much, members of the fourth estate. As you've already been told, and you have actually witnessed, today's occasion is a conclusion of a meeting that started 2 days ago. From the 12th to the 13th yesterday, the technical team has been meeting here, preparing what finally signed together to be. This meeting was convened under the auspices of the African Union. You know that I am the High Representative of the African Union on matters of infrastructure development of the continent. This project is being adopted as one of the continental infrastructure projects being championed by the President of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. And the purpose of this meeting was basically to give this project new impetus so that it can be implemented speedily. The government of Ethiopia has expressed a desire to see this project implemented. The same the government of South Sudan. The government of Kenya, as you know, has already made a commitment by beginning the construction of the Lamu Port. Phase 1, Lamu Port is now due for opening. And we are going to invite the heads of state from the two other partner countries to come and participate at the opening. Basically similar to what we did when we launched the project in 2012. This project, as has already been mentioned in the presentation here, is a pioneer project of this kind on the continent. And it will be a land bridge. This will facilitate movement of goods across this area. It is not possible at the moment to put costs to how much this project is going to cost. That is not the issue here. Those are going to be worked out by the expert. We already committed a very substantial amount of money to the development of Lamu Port. And the Lamu Port will not be meaningful to Kenya unless we link to Ethiopia and to South Sudan. And these governments have expressed commitment to ensuring that this project is implemented. So it is now going to be a regional project that is intended to be. And we're going to be approaching even the financials as a unit. As you've already been told, the African Development Bank has been participating here, part of this. And we have also the UN Economic Commission for Africa, which actually has funded this meeting today. And the NEPAD, AU NEPAD, Aoda NEPAD, is also participating here in this project. So we are convinced that LAPSSET is an idea whose time has come, as I mentioned, and it must be implemented speedily.
I have one or two more questions. Which video house? Citizen TV. Okay.
Since 2012, since you've been part of this process, so far, are we still on course?
Sudan?
Are we still on course with the plans and what maybe is to be done?
Yes, we are very much on course. As you know, we will not be sleeping. The Kenya government has been working, and the port of Lamu is there. Those who cannot see can go and feel. But that shows the commitment, and you can see Ethiopia is here, and South Sudan is here.
It's finishing 500 kilometers.
Ethiopia has already finished 500 kilometers of road from Moyale to Awasa on their side. And as you know, also on our side, the road is completed from Isiolo to Moyale. So now we are working on Lamu to Isiolo, the highway. Then the railway line is also going to follow. So we are not really behind schedule. We're very much on schedule. And the highway to South Sudan construction is also ongoing.
My name is Raila from the Standard.
Sorry, Excellency Meles wants to say the response to that. Huh?
When the LAPSSET corridor was launched 8 years ago, there were suspicions within the media circle that it remained a paper tiger. But the LAPSSET project, which among others includes the railway, road, pipeline, and construction of ports, is truly on course. The constructions of buses is underway. My brother Kasuku will dwell on it. But as far as Ethiopia is concerned, our presence here testifies the commitment of the government of Ethiopia to the full completions of the LAPSSET corridor project. Within Ethiopia, we have constructed over 500 kilometers of tarmac road from the Moyale all the way to Sava, which is part and parcel of the LAPSSET project. We have also built industrial zones in the southern part of Ethiopia, Awasa, which is 500 kilometers from Moyale, in Nazareth, 100 kilometers from Addis Ababa. Therefore, the LAPSSET project on our side is ongoing. My current Prime Minister, His Excellency Abiy Ahmed, is committed for the full implementations of the LAPSSET project. So we look forward to the inaugurations or commissioning of the first one, which will be a symbol not only to Kenya, but also to the continent. There are media reports that following the rapprochement between Ethiopia and others, Eritrea, that Ethiopia is backtracking. There is no question whatsoever for Ethiopia not to see the LAPSSET corridor is being implemented. For one major reason, Ethiopia is a very big country. It's a country of over 100 million populations. Its economy is growing at a double digit for the past 15 years. So the southern, southwest, and southwest part of Ethiopia necessarily take the LAPSSET, the Lamu project, or the LAPSSET Lamu port as an ideal port to Ethiopia. So our engagement with Kenya, together with our brothers in South Sudan, It's not to please or to appear a gimmick or diplomatic exercise. It is a question of important to Ethiopia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Captain Hassan from Sudan, the government of Sudan.
South Sudan.
South Sudan.
Thank you very much. The government of South Sudan is highly committed on the LAPSSET project, especially President Salva Kiir is really special concern about that. Maybe if you are following the media, just a few months ago, he has committed a large amount of oil just for infrastructure. And as I'm talking to you, already construction has started on a 300-kilometer road from Juba going northwest, which is actually later on to be connected to Cameroon, to Central Africa. That one has already started. It should take maybe 2 years, 3 years, it will be completed. That one from Juba going northwest of the country, and from Juba very soon it will be connected downwards to our borders with Kenya, coming through the town of Torit, Kapoita, to Lamu, straight away through our borders with Kenya. So South Sudan is highly committed with the LAPSSET and going on. In addition to that, on the railway sector, we have already the plan for the Numile Juba railway is already also committed, and we are working. The government of South Sudan is working very hard, despite the challenges, to see that it sees the light very soon. Thank you, Excellency.
CS?
They can just add one more thing.
We have one more question here. Charles CS Charles Gumuza, alafu
Yeah, thank you. I think for us, we are very excited this morning because we have now a situation where we are talking about, tangible deliverables. Like the Right Honorable Raila has said, now we have reached a point whereby you can go to a place and see the LAPSSET corridor. 2012, it was a concept which Balozi said people never used to believe it would happen. But today you go to Lamu, you can see what is happening. And Lamu is the genesis, the starting point of LAPSSET corridor. Like Honorable Prime Minister said, we are going to launch this Lamu project. Very shortly we are ready. The first 3 baths will be ready this year because the first bath is already available and complete. And what we've done now to make sure that the time of talking has ended is even to negotiate with the shipping company. We have one of the largest shipping companies, Maersk, and we agreed with them that in the month of February, they will dock one of the largest ships at Lamu. Because when we take you there, it will not just be seeing the concrete. We want you to go and see the large ship, docking in Lamu, initiating transshipment. Goods will be coming to Lamu, some of them will go inland, others will be transshipped to other ports along the eastern coast of Africa. And then as a country, we're also doing now supporting infrastructure. From Lamu, we are doing a road which is almost complete, the town of Lamu, and then the Lamu-Garsen road, which we are committing 10 billion shillings to complete. That will give also an alternative in terms of inland transportation of the goods which will come to Lamu. So we're not talking about just concepts, it's about reality. And you see, when you have our brothers from Ethiopia, from Southern Sudan, we are making all the projects, all elements of the projects of LAPSSET bankable. Once upon a time I used to be a banker, and I know if you are small, the banks do not want to see you. But if you are big, like now we have combined our forces with these other countries, banks, financiers will be falling over to come and finance us. And so you're going to find faster development, coming. So first we demonstrated it's real, and then we have demonstrated we have capacity by joining together with our brothers.
Final one here.
My name is Harrison.
Yes.
Naitwa Ashari Kibusa kutoka Bahari FM. Pengine kwa faida ya ambao ni wa pwani na kutoka Lamu, ningomba kuuliza swali langu la Kiswahili na itakapowezekana pia nijibu Kiswahili. Ni mradi mzuri huu, hasa watu wa Lamu pia nao wamefurahia. Hata hivyo kumekuwa na changamoto hasa za kiusalama. Ukiangalia juzi kuna kampuni ambayo ilikuwa inahusika na ujenzi wa barabara ya Uchina. Ilibidi wale wafanyakazi wake waende wakapumzike sababu ya zile changamoto za usalama za juzi zimeshuhudiwa. Pengine ni mikakati gani ambayo inatarajiwa kuwekwa kuona kwamba utakamilika kwa wakati ufaao na kwamba utaweza kufaidi na hata mataifa mengine pia siweze kuathirika?
Kwa swali ya kandarasi kwa ajili ya tajibu. Wacha niseme kwa jumla kwa wale ambao wanasikia Kiswahili. Hii mradi wa damu ni mradi ambayo tulianza wakati wa serikali ya mseto na Rais Kibaki. Tunavyojua tulialika waziri mkuu wa zamani wa Ethiopia, Mheshimiwa Meles Zenawi, Mungu aweke mahali pema peponi, na rais wa Sudan Kusini Salva Kiir Mayardit. Walikuja wakati wa kuzindua mradi huu mwaka wa 2012. Wakati hiyo tukasema ati mradi si mradi wa Kenya peke yake, lakini ni mradi wa eneo hii ya Afrika Mashariki, kwa sababu ikaitwa LAPSSET, yani bandari ya Lamu, Sudan Kusini na Ethiopia, ili niweze kuunganisha eneo hizi zote kwa upande ya biashara na kiuchumi. Ethiopia wamekuwa wakifanya pande yao, vile balozi amesema tayari wamejenga barabara kilomita 500 kutoka Moyale mpaka mji wa Awasa pande ile ya Ethiopia. Na upande wa Sudan Kusini vile tayari wana mpango ya kujenga barabara ya kuunganisha pande yetu na Juba. Lakini tuko na mpango ya kujenga reli ambayo kwa ile awamu ya kwanza reli itaenda mpaka Juba na ingine itaenda mpaka Addis Ababa. Lakini sasa huu mradi manake imekuwa chini ya usimamizi ya ile shirika ya bara ya Afrika, yani African Union, kwa sababu unaniona hapa. Sasa tunataka kupeleka mpaka ifike pande ile ingine ya Afrika, pande ya Afrika ya Kusini huko Kameruni, ambayo sasa itaunganisha pande ya Afrika kutoka bahari ya Atlantiki hadi bahari ya Hindi. Tutajenga ile daraja ambayo itawezesha vifaa kusafirisha kutoka pande ile hadi pande huu na kufungua kati ya bara ya Afrika kwa upande ya biashara, ili Kenya inaweza sasa kufanya biashara na nchi kama Chad, kama Central Afrika ya Kati, Cameroon na kadhalika, ambayo kwa wakati huu haiwezekani. Bila vijua juzi ile shirika ya Afrika yani African Union ilianza ile muungano ya Kiafrika ushirikiano wa kibiashara inaitwa Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. Sisi kama Kenya tuliweka sahihi, lakini changamoto kubwa katika bara la Afrika kwa kufanya biashara juu ya mambo ya muundo msingi inakuwa ndio changamoto. Maana kusafirisha bidhaa kutoka eneo hii iende eneo hili inakuwa na shida, maana kuna barabara, kuna reli, na hii ndio sisi tunajaribu kusuluhisha wakati huu. Sasa serikali ya Kenya imefanya vizuri tayari. Ile awamu ya kwanza ya bandari ya Lamu imekwisha. Sasa karibuni itazinduliwa, na vile waziri atakwambia nyinyi ya kwamba meli kubwa itatua Lamu mwezi ujao, kuonyesha kwamba Lamu tayari iko tayari kwa biashara, na hata wale ambao walikuwa wanasafirisha bidhaa kutoka bandari ya Mombasa na magari kupeleka huko bara, ambayo sasa wanapambana na SGR. Lamu hiko inakuja biashara itakuweko pale Lamu, kusafirisha bidhaa kutoka Lamu kupeleka Nairobi, kupeleka Mombasa na kadhalika.
Yeah. Nafikiri sio swali uliuliza kwa mambo ya kandarasi. Ningetaka kutoa hakikisho ya kwamba kandarasi zote ambazo tumesaini huko zitamalizika kama zilipangwa. Ile ya port ya bandari, ya ile ya barabara kutoka kule Lamu kwenda Lamu port kwenda Lamu town, na ile ya Lamu Karaseni. Kulikuwa na changamoto kidogo kwa sababu ya usalama kidogo, lakini ilikuwa tu siku chache pekee yake, na vikosi vyetu vya usalama vilienda huko, na baada ya muda wa siku 3 hiyo shida ikamalizika kabisa. Kwa hivyo ningetaka kutoa hakikisho kwamba ile mipango ya hizo kandarasi itaendelea kama tulivyopanga.
Maybe Waziri.
Question answered. It's been answered.
My name is Charles again from the Star newspaper. Last year we anticipated that you were going to launch Lamu Port, but it didn't happen. Maybe next month the first ship is going to dock. Maybe how soon or when exactly?
You see, going back to what the Prime Minister said, this is a regional project. If it was just a Kenyan project, you know, myself, with the Prime Minister, or ourselves, with the President, would go to Lamu Port anytime. But we like to have that regional approach whereby we get regional leaders to come, because that's the only way we can remember that date of March 2012, when we had the 3 heads of state coming. So we won't go back there with the same heads of state and others who want to come. For example, in addition to Kenya, Ethiopia, Southern Sudan, we also got South Africa. They have said they would like to come and witness, because they are stakeholders in some of the projects which we are trying to do. So it is not a project we like to just rush to launch or commission for the sake of it. That's why we are giving it enough time when everybody is available, and to make sure also when we go there we don't just launch concrete. We make sure we have this ship. You know, the month of December and January is normally very difficult in terms of shipping business. That's why we are saying the month of February. So we get the heads of state, but also we get a big ship, which you ensure that now we can demonstrate we are doing transshipment business at Lamu.